Reach out for help. You need to be reaching out for help if your sex life isn't everything you want it to be. It should be. It can be generally. And why is it so hard for us to reach out for help? Because sex isn't generally talked about so much in our culture, or if it is, it's joked about. That's how we tend to talk about sex, or we talk about sex either through jokes, and then we think we're talking about it, but we're not really talking about it. We're talking about it through jokes because we're uncomfortable about it. We're squeamish about it, right? We're insecure about it. We're not confident about it when we're making jokes about it. Not that you can't make jokes. You can make jokes about anything. But if you're only making jokes about sex, you're probably uncomfortable with the topic. Or we talk about sex with respect to religion and it being a sin, right? So it's private, it's dirty, it's wrong. Nope, 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 nope. It's none of those things. It couldn't be more natural. Literally the most natural thing you could ever do. You're the product of sex. That's how you got here. You're the product of a lot of people having sex. If you trace your genealogy back, so all those people were having sex, and sometimes they did it just for fun, not just for procreation. So also think about how you learned about sex. Did you learn it from sex ed in school? Well, that's a start, but it was very limiting and probably very clinical, which is good. In some ways, clinical is better than maybe hidden and obscured and sinful and wrong and private and all that kind of thing. But it's not maybe the best way. Did you learn it from your parents? First of all, if you did, it was probably very limited, very biased in a lot of ways, and it's how they maybe learn. Like, how did they learn? Did they ever learn? Did they only learn from their parents who only learned from their parents? Hopefully not, because people generally don't learn much. And then you have all the cultural things and the familial things and what they were comfortable talking about or as opposed to uncomfortable talking about. And what word did they even use the right names for things? Do you even know the names for things? Have you looked at your own body parts? You need to look at your body parts if you haven't. You need to be more familiar with your body parts than your partner is. You should know these things. So that's just one reason why it's difficult to open up about things and to ask for help. As I'm just reading my notes, but we make jokes about things because it eases our anxiety. We find it difficult to reach for help for things like sex or things like improving our sex life because of shame, fear, guilt. We might feel that we're inadequate, that we're less than. If we're that stereotypical, man, we can't reach out for help because I should just know how to do these things. Really? How? Why should you just know how to do these things? If you get help, you're going to be a much better lover, whoever you are, whatever gender you are, if you get things handled. Isn't this the case? It's oftentimes the people who could most use the help that are least likely to reach out for it. It's the people who, the people who generally read self-help books are people who read self-help books, meaning they've read dozens of them. They're the most self-helped people ever. It's the people who could really use the help that hold back and don't get that help. So reach out to somebody. Obviously, I'm making these videos so that perhaps you'll reach out to me. If you did that, just know that I do all of my calls. These are through Zoom. These are private Zoom calls. And because I sometimes take a lighthearted approach here, and I'm kind of like talking fast and doing things quickly and whatever, sometimes on that call, we might laugh at the thing you're working on, but we don't laugh at you. We don't laugh at the situation, because not getting this handled is serious. It has negative effects in all of your life, in all areas of your life. Don't you want to look at your life or look back on your life as something that you embraced, that you fully embraced this part of yourself, this part of your relationship, and expanded your relationship? That's what we do in these sessions, is really figure out what's the root cause of this and get it handled. Because when you get this area handled, whether it's mismatching sex drives, whether it's a low libido or you have a higher libido or sex drive than your partner, whatever it is. When you get this area handled and your sex drive just expands positively, exponentially, every other area of your life also improves. Every single one. Reach out. Let's get this thing handled. I'll see you on the next video.